All right, kids, somebody came in my room, so I stopped the video. I'm going to pick it right back up. We have a stage of 400 by 250 pixels, frame rate of 12 frames per second, action script 3, and I've changed the stage color to hashtag 336600. At this point, what we want to do is import the leaf into our library. I've already done this, so I'm going to do it again just so you can see how I did it. Import to library. I'm choosing this. Hit open. And at this point, we get this dialog box where what you want to do is you want to hit import as a single bitmap image. I'm not sure if I do this, if it'll bring it in twice, but we'll give it a shot. Yep. All right. Let's just replace. That way I only have one set. I'm not too worried about these two folders. This is the important one. All right, so this is the actual graphic of the leaf itself. All right, so at this point, I'll drag this onto the stage. I want to actually put it outside the stage or pasteboard of the stage. I'm going to select frame 36, insert timeline frame, bring my playhead back to frame 1, select frame 1. That selects the leaf itself. Using my selection tool, I want to create a motion tween. So I right click on the object and it brings up that window that says create motion tween. I'm going to move my cursor to frame 12 and I'm going to move the leaf kind of in a diagonal pattern. So as I move the playhead back and forth, what you can see is that Animate is moving the leaf from frame 1 to frame 12 for you. I'll move now to frame 24. I'll move the leaf over here. Again, it's doing the work for you. Select frame 36, and I'll move the leaf down at the bottom. What I want to do is add a little bit of realism to this. So going back to frame 12, I can use my transform panel or my properties panel to kind of modify this. If I want the objects to look like they're coming at me, I can increase their size. If I want them to look like they're going away, I would decrease their size. But all I want to do for this thing is simply rotate it. So I'm going to put a little spin on this. Going to frame 24, I'll rotate it back. And frame 36 at the end, I'll make it look like it's resting on the ground. And I'll even move this a little bit. All right, so again, if I take it all the way back, I hit play, you can actually see the leaf rotating back and forth. Let's see how it looks. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. Now I've tried to do this thing where I make the path more of an S curve rather than a diagonal zigzag pattern. And I've been seeming to have some problems with this. I've had to actually do the video over a couple of times. So I'm going to take this back. Let's call this leaf also. Click out of there to accept it. I've done some work. Let's save. Give my file a name. And we're going to give this a shot one more time. So I'm going to pick. I can't seem to win. Got a phone call. So I'm going to let that keep going. The path has been picked. I'm going to choose the convert anchor point tool, and hopefully I can now click on one of the anchor points and get it to turn into more of an S pattern. Click on this one, and you can actually do whatever you want here. I think this is going to be a little smoother look. Let's test the movie. I don't like that little loop right there. Not a big fan of that. So I am going to pick this again and maybe make it something like this. Let's see if I can select that handle, drop it down. There you go. That's kind of more what I want. Let's look at it one more time. There we go. All right, I'm happy with that. To give this even more of a realistic look, I'm going to add another leaf. I don't need to redraw it or re-import it. I'm going to right-click on this layer, and I want to duplicate the layer. So now I have two of the same layers. I'm going to lock this layer. I'll click on this one, and let's maybe move some of this around. So I should be able to grab some of these handles. Maybe start that over here and bring this in here, and let's just see how that looks. All right, so I've modified the path of the second leaf. Test movie. Not necessarily great, but I think you get the point. At this point, it's a matter of adding text. So let's click on this layer, text. And it's back here. I mean, you can put the text in anywhere you want. Text tool, leaf drop, Zeroth. And I'll move it over there. It's left justified. Let's fix that. Now it's left justified. I'm happy with that. Save my file. And let's go to publish settings. And here again is where you'll create the GIF. We're going to check Flash and HTML. Let's make it animated. Loop it continuously. Publish. Hit OK. And this is what you would upload to Canvas and your Weebly site. All right, there you go. There's your